No mai, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to day 2 of the National Fastpitch Championship here at Fraser Park. We've got women's action on Diamond 1, Sorensen Field it is today. We're out in the middle there, you've got Hutt Valley in their traditional green and gold, taking on Counties in their red, black and white strip. There you see the teams out there. I'm Gary Rohihi for Beyond the Ballpark Broadcasting. Joining me in commentary today will be Scott Easthope and in a little while Thomas Cameron. But for now, Scotty, welcome along.
Thank you very much, Gary. Awesome to be here as always.
So ladies and gentlemen, we'll just quickly run you through the lineups for this morning's game 23. We've got Counties Manukau out there batting by the look of it, and we'll quickly run you through their batting lineup. Sienna Dufty lead off, Tahira Newton, followed by Trinity Waiwera Toka, Peyton Hidaka Downing, Tyler Graham and Lily Nielsen. Then Alyssa Bailey, Jodie McLean Rawiri, Jacqueline Clay, and rounding out their order, is Jacqueline Clay. Defensively for Hutt Valley, when they come out onto the diamond, will be out at right field, Matangi Ho Nuku, Riley Watt at centre, at left is Caitlin Lewin. Shortstop, Kiri Winiata Inoka in the hot corner, Denver Shaw Tate. Ivani Gibson at second base, Palace Potter at first. Lara Andrews doing the catching to out on the hill. Doing the pitching, Jada Walters, Rangi Tihi. We'll quickly also just run you through the umpires. Very fortunate to have a full complement out there today. Behind the dish, you've got Dave Fortin, Nikki Ogier out at first base, Robbie Sadgrove controlling second, and Andy McManus will be out at third base. Full complement there. Hutt Valley, very powerful lineup, have come through the tournament so far unbeaten. Also, we have the Softball New Zealand Scorers, Kat Hancock, and running the ice score is Brooke Rowland. Scotty, as I said before, should be an interesting game, this one. Two contrasting teams as far as results in the tournament so far. How do you see it going?
Yeah, you're spot on there, Gary. Obviously, Counties have had coming in on a couple of losses, and one of those being to North Harbour, which Hutt Valley coming in unbeaten and having played North Harbour. I think, says loads about how they're coming in, but to be fair, as you know, Gary, it's one of those sports where we've seen time and time again, if they don't come in prepared and ready, then anything could happen.
Well, there we go. We've got a bit of a breezy one out there weather-wise, and you see it's 20 degrees. It's partly cloudy. Well, at the moment, it's mostly cloudy, but that's immediately over Fraser Park. I'm sure if today's anything like yesterday, that cloud's going to burn off, and we're going to see some beautiful conditions for softball here at Fraser Park, the home of softball. Hurts me to say that, Scotty, but very much is a traditional home of softball.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's actually debatable, Gary, so I'll leave that as fair enough.
Counties become a feature in the last 3 or 4 seasons on the calendar as far as national tournaments go. Good to see them on the rise, putting out competitive teams. Up to bat for them first will be number 28, Sienna Duffy.
Yeah, it's a great point, Gary. It's awesome to see counties and that growth of that area, Franklin, really standing alone and starting to send teams everywhere, which is impressive.
And not just starting to send teams, they're also starting to see some really good results. I had the pleasure of commentating the grand final down in Invercargill, of which counties participated in. And in a repeat of the game out here, they went down to Hutt Valley. I'm not going to say it's a repeat of the win or loss here, but the team that played down there was Hutt Valley. Oh, Varney Gibson making a rare error out there as she failed to take that one cleanly. Sienna Duffy safe at first base. She'll be replaced by number 2, Tahiti Newton.
Just a clear case of a lefty at the plate, getting down the line quickly and putting a bit of pressure on, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. When she made the initial fumble, she still had time, but I think she was guilty of just looking at the runner. There's a wonderful bunt. Stayed inside the line for what seemed like forever.
Yeah, Denver will be probably making an adjustment there. She crashed really heavy and the ball got by, and then they're praying that foul.
Yeah. Sweating on it.
Please go foul.
So, counties with a flying start. Runners at 1. Runner at 1, I should say. Tahiti Newton still going to work. Looked for the bunt again.
It'll be interesting to see what they do now with 2 strikes and whether, obviously the bunt sign will probably be off, but whether they still say with just sort of that contact.
Yeah, it signals an early intention from Coach Regan Bailey. This time it's pop flight. It's going into shallow centre. Out there is Riley Watt. Very safe glove out there. Got under it nice and early for the first out.
And on the replay here, you can see like she was actually really well positioned in centre field. Like they clearly were prepared for this shortest start from counties, and they were in nice and shallow, and she ends up right underneath it.
Well, of course, yesterday, Scott, we had all the men's side of the tournament action here on Diamond 1. Today, it's all the ladies' turn. You see a steal is on. Not being able to pick up out there was not a bad throw. Kitty Winiata Anoka out there at shortstop.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Gary, it's generally a sign of good softball when there's collisions out there. It means runners are in motion. It's a close play. Shortstops are putting the body on the line to make the play, and you get collisions.
There we see it on the replay. Love wonderful pictures here from Aotearoa FM.
What are you making of this new position for Lara Andrews? I'm sure she's actually probably had a crack at this before previously, but to see her in that green and gold uniform behind the dish is...
I mean, for a
different.
decade or more, she's been probably the premier women's softballer in this country. It's a matter of whoever coaches her going, and where would you like to play today, Lara? I want to be a catcher today.
I mean, I dare say it'll be a case of, hey, we need you to do this.
Yeah.
And her being like, I can do this, no problem.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, ultimate team player. The example she set for Hutt Valley softball in her long career, in her long and storied career. These girls that she plays alongside and she helps mentor and probably coach and bring along. It must be a huge comfort to them to have her there.
Yeah, you're right, Gary. I actually didn't consider that with the Te Aroha connection of the pitching staff and having someone who will know their game and their pitches and all of that. That will actually be quite useful.
Well, Jada Bolters Rangitihi, the young pitcher out there, I did see her down at under-19, so she is a young pitcher. And, yeah, she does need a very experienced hand at the helm at this level.
Yeah,
it is a step up.
And been working really hard. It's obviously no secret that a lot of our female pitchers locally work closely with Thomas Cameron, particularly that Te Aroha section of pitchers, and they work regularly, weekly, really hard on their craft.
Thomas Cameron has been doing some wonderful work with the pitching in the area. Vastly experienced pitcher himself, of course. Counties now with runners at 1 and 2. In the bat is Peyton Hiraka Downing. She's listed in the lineup as the DP. Comes in the 4 spot. Looks like a powerful pocket rocket. And it's Hutt Valley to take the lead runner off that hit. Nice job by pitcher Walters Rangatihi.
Yeah, nice composed play, as we see on replay here, just off the inside of the bat, getting to the pitcher, and she does well just to compose herself and make sure, A, they get an out, but B, bonus time, they get the lead runner.
Swing miss, 0-1.
The rising pitch elicits the swing.
Oh, interesting little back pick option there, Gary. I was actually just watching just before the pitch. I watched, looking over the screen at the actual play, saw the second base sort of gliding up there, and I thought, oh, yeah, Lara's going to have a crack here.
2 down, 0-2 count.
She nearly got it too. There's another reason why Lara's there. Look at the strength in that arm.
It's no spot, just missing there. This is home plate umpire. The good thing about it, though, Gary, is whether it's an out or not, it plants the seed with the second base runner to stay close. And then if you get a ground ball that gets to the outfield, you know, and they don't make it home, or it's a close play, it'll be because they're a little bit closer to the base.
Yeah, well, we are a game of inches, and that can make all the difference at the other end of a 60-foot run. This one's popped straight up in the air as the catcher who calls everybody, pitcher who calls everybody off. And there we go. We're 3 out here in the top of the first innings. No score. We'll come back with more action in just a minute.
No hits, 1 out, and 2 runners left on. No score. I have a period for...
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the bottom of the first innings here at Fraser Ballpark. Sorensen Field it is. Counties Manukau taking on Hutt Valley. We're going to quickly take you through the lineups in reverse. We're going to start with the Hutt Valley batting lineup. Leading off for them, Danica Fariso, followed by Riley Watt, Denver Shaw Tate, followed by Lara Andrews, Kitty Winiata Inoka, Palace Potter, Caitlin Lewin, Matangiho Nuku, Ivani Gibson rounds out their order. Defensively for Counties Manukau out there. Out of right field, Sienna Duffy, Jodie McLean Rawiri at centre, Tyler Graham at left. Lucy Nielsen at shortstop, Lily Nielsen, Tahira Newton in the hot corner. Second base, Jacqueline Clay. At first base, Trinity Waiwiri Toka. Alyssa Bailey doing the catching. So pitching out on the hill is Iris Feng.
Iris, another one that I recognised from the Junior White Sox program, Gary. Didn't do a lot of pitching in that program, so seems to have developed that quite nicely to be given the ball here. but definitely someone that is coming up through the programs.
12 shot.
Fires one through for a strike on the first pitch. Danica Friso leading off, and looking at the rest of this order, we can see why they've been a powerful unit throughout the tournament so far.
Yeah, she's from that Friso family. You know, obviously the old man does a bit of commentary with us and was a coach. And
once or twice.
The brother was a rock star shortstop before joining the police force and getting a little bit busy on it, but they've just got that gene in the family where they play the game to, you know, athletically they're impressive to watch.
Oh, Danica Friso, she's also very quick. Is she going to beat this one out? No, she doesn't. It's the shortstop who shows a good arm to fire Danica Friso out to become the first out.
Nice play by Lily Nielsen for counties there. It's exactly what they need. Iris Feng will need is a bit of support behind her. If she can get ground balls, she'll need that.
Number 3, Riley Watt, comes into bat for Hutt Valley now. Drops one on the deck. Both coaches signalling early that they're willing to go to the short game. In this case, it's Cindy Potai, Zavana Aranga for Hutt Valley.
Riley, a converted right side hitter to the left for this very purpose. That she's an athlete, and if she gets the ball in play, can be a real tough out.
6-3, 2 out.
Well, she hits one gently out to shortstop, become the second out, and a mirror image of the previous at bat. It's shortstop to first base. Denver Shaw Tate comes in. Denver back in Hutt Valley softball after several years spent in the American college program. Very successfully too, I might add. So she's a welcome return to New Zealand softball.
I'm going to do pay the family some respect, and not even introduce Denver from the family connection side.
Yeah, if you don't know the Shaws.
Yeah, she comes from good stocks. Would you say that, eh?
Yeah.
But yeah, Denver coming back from the States, where they obviously place a lot of emphasis on the athletes as well, has really developed parts of her game that you'd be hoping to see, you know?
Yeah.
She's got great plate discipline, always has done. And I know Craig Wallace, her stepfather or her father, he's big on that. He's big on plate discipline.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that's actually a feature of the Hutt Valley development, and something I've seen at all the tournaments I've done so far in the last couple of years, is that they are almost a notch up on other provinces in terms of their discipline in the batter's box, their patience, and then their execution when they do decide to when they do see a pitch that's good for them.
Yeah, I think the association, if I can just give them a little bit of props, as we see Denver hit a little gap shot out between centre and right field.
She's rounded first, she's going a second. Nice job by Denver Shaw Tate. Get Hutt Valley going in this one. Stand up double for her, and that means trouble for Counties Manukau is number 9, Lara Andrews, who has specialised in her whole career in helping Hutt Valley take advantage of situations exactly like this.
She sure has. Yeah, a little bit of props for the association on the emphasis that they place for the coaches.
Yeah,
I guess on plate discipline to make sure that that's consistent through our age grade programs, and then comes out in the adults.
This time she's hit one high into shallow right field. The fielder comes in, she's unable to get it. And it is Denver Shaw Tate who comes from second all the way home to score. Lara Andrews standing up at second base. Probably not quite the hit she wanted to have, Scotty, but just as effective all the same.
Yeah, I think, you know, with Lara's reputation probably as the outfielder's a little deeper than on other hitters. And then, you know, balls fall in between the infield and the
Those
outfield.
horrible ones. The pitcher did a good job there. Lara didn't
those.
quite get a hold of it, and everybody hates to see those ones drop into shallow outfield. But they do. It's part of the game. Nice pickup from the third base. And fires it across the diamond in what was otherwise a pretty good display by the county's fielding unit. It is Hutt Valley who lead the ball game with one complete by 1-0. We'll come back with more action in just a minute.
Your world, your color, your choice with Racine.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we see a nice shot there of the Canterbury team waiting to go or getting ready to go to work. They'll be waiting to warm up. Back here in Diamond 1 action, Sorensen Field this at Fraser Ballpark, Counties Manukau taking on Hutt Valley here in the 2025 National Fastpitch Championship. It's Hutt Valley with one innings complete, who have a narrow lead over Counties Manukau 1-0.
I wonder whether they're going to climb the ladder here, Gary. Low lifter, strike. Low lifter a little higher, top of the zone, strike.
Wow.
Looks
Yeah,
like
look where the glove's gone.
Oh, Dipper. She's just deking them.
There we go. Nice turn on that by the batter to keep herself in action there. That's number 6, Lily Nielsen.
Well, we'll just wait for this to go past, but it's actually been thrown back to the first base, which is a ball.
Oh, okay.
There we go. It's climbing the ladder there. Time for that, isn't it, Gary?
There is.
0-2. Put it up there.
Put it up there. Give them a chance to chase it.
Yeah. A bit of plate discipline.
This time it comes through the middle. It's pop fly out to shortstop. Going back, going back. And she takes the catch. Nice work out there for the first out.
Good little opportunity, Gary, as we see the replay of Kitty taking this catch over her shoulder. A little bit of a juggle.
It's actually a hard skill to master.
Yeah.
And you got to turn your back on the direction the balls come from to take the catch. It is one down. And Walters Rangitihi goes to work. This time it's Alyssa Bailey, number 24, up to bat for Counties Manukau.
Kitty, an Otaki legend.
Oh.
Yeah, she's a winiata from Otaki and works part-time as at the local pool there, Gary, and teaches swimming in Te Reo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Real nice.
She had my little boy on a swimming class. Does a great job.
Another plug for the island oasis, the oasis that is Otaki.
Yeah. It's
just up the coast, north of Waikanae.
Another undebatable fact, I reckon,
Yeah.
Gary.
There's a few of us around here now.
Vote with your feet, don't you?
Yep.
Great pitch. She's got that little low lifter going well early on here.
She
Yes?
executes it very well.
Maybe something they've been working on pretty hard inside that Te Aroha gym. I see lots of little video clips of her working hard at her game.
She's got a good velocity, which is something that we struggle to see in a lot of New Zealand pitches.
She
There's
can't
a
be
lot
that
of
old.
pitches that are not bad at hitting spots.
Yeah.
They struggle with rotation. We've seen that over the years, but good to see a few coming through that are pitching hard and have a reasonable rise ball.
She would have attended some of the age grade tournaments, eh?
Eh?
She would have attended some of our age grade tournaments.
She would have attended most of them, including the recent under-19s.
Yeah. So she wouldn't be that old.
And Auntie Kerry Simeon to her.
Oh, right.
She's whānau of that family.
So she actually Saints.
I'm not 100% sure what club she
Oh,
plays for.
she's a Saints player. Oh, lovely. Good to see a bit of representation, bit of spread across the valley for the valley teams, as I saw when I was going through their men's lineup as well.
Yep.
A little bit of tour to the park.
Well, that was impressive yesterday too. I got to commentate the Hutt Valley boys in the Wellington game, and they really put the Wellington team to the sword to the tune of 9 runs to 2.
Yeah, it was definitely a good day for the green and gold all round yesterday, and the woman.
Well, in contrast to this women's team, which seems to have a good blend of youth and experience, the Hutt Valley boys are probably one of the youngest NFC teams I've seen in many a year.
Oh, wow. Great spot, and just missing, according to the umpires, been really consistent early, so you'd have to trust him. He's an experienced fella too.
Dave Fortin, he's an international umpire.
Yeah.
Yes, knows exactly what he's doing.
I've had Dave a couple of times. He's fairly consistent.
Now batting.
He's fairly consistent.
That's the
I like
coach's
him.
point of view.
Yeah. He's a good communicator too,
Yeah.
which I think is important for the
Well,
umpires.
he gave a little bit of width yesterday, and he called a few on the inside, as we see a nice shot straight out the middle. Once again, it is Riley Watt, who's just lurking around a little bit shallow centre field, who takes it cleanly.
Well, looking at this defensive lineup for Hutt Valley Gaz, they do have a really athletic outfield defence with Riley roving in centre. But Caitlin Lewin in left field, she can really defend. She is athletic. She can run, she can jump, she can make plays that others can't.
This time it's popped straight up in the middle. It's Denver Shaw Tate who calls them off and takes the out. And that's 3 down here in the top of the second innings. And Hutt Valley still lead the ball game by 1-0. We'll be back with more action in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the nice shot by Palace Potter, but well caught out there by Tahita Newton for Counties. That was a bit of an electric start, as I was just going to say. Welcome back to the National Fastpitch Championship here at Fraser Park. The action got underway straight away. Palace Potter had a huge cut at that one, hit it very hard. And she's been replaced by number 12, Caitlin Lewin.
Yeah, one of those ones, Gary, where you come back in, the coach will say, don't change anything.
Yeah.
You've absolutely bashed that.
Yeah.
But hasn't she been impressive on third base early?
Sure has, yeah. She made a great play in the first innings, so nothing's gotten past her yet.
Yeah, to stay in this counties, are going to need to defend well, and the plays at the shortstop and that left side of the diamond and the third base as well have made early. That's good signs for them.
It also probably speaks that the Hutt Valley bat is not quite used to the lack of pace, I should say, from the pitcher Iris Feng, although she took all the pace off that last one. There we go, just turns on that early. It was an inside pitch. It's a nice hit out to left field for a stand-up single for Caitlin Lewin.
One out, brings the plate, number 1.
I absolutely love the way Katie approaches the game. She's a real happy-go-lucky, energetic player and an absolute special player.
Nice.
She can make some plays and do some things that others just can't do. She's just like one of those spark-plugging type players. Isn't it?
There she goes. She's proved it this time. She's gone to steal too. And she's done it as the throw goes out towards centre field.
0-1 count. A 1-0 count.
Everything's 100 miles an hour. Crash, bang, smash.
Well, she just showed she's got speed to burn as well. If
She looks
that
in
throw
great
was
shape.
right on target, I suspect she would have made it anyway. And she showed she's not scared to get into the dirt and slide.
Oh, hi, 2-0.
Number 1, Matangi Ho Nuku, the right fielder for Hutt Valley. Up to bat now. Another talented young player for Hutt Valley. He's come through age grade ranks. This time it's a steal at third base. Very aggressive tactics from the Hutt Valley coaching staff.
Into third base.
Yeah, they had been watching the way that counties would defend the bunt there, and if they were going to pinch the third base in, always stealing that base. I think they feel like Caitlin Lewin will outrun the shortstop most times there. But they play that quite nicely, counties. It's a good softball.
They made it interesting.
Held on.
If she grabs that, puts a tag on it, it'd be close play.
It would, very close. But it also just lets counties know what they're in for. They're going to have to execute these plays, and especially if the game stays close. This time it's hit hard through the 5-6 hole. Caitlin Lewin's going to score at a canter. The throw comes in, it's wayward, and that allows Matangi Ho Nuku to get all the way around to second.
Hutt Valley looks sharp early on here, Gaz. I watched that ball hit off the bat and you can hear it.
Yep.
Caitlin Lewin's first thought on third base is to stay and watch it through. And that can be really hard to fight your instincts to hear the ball off the bat and not charge home.
Yeah, that's right.
But if you watch on the replay here, look, she just stops and then lets it get through and then
goes.
And then goes. It's all those little things there. What you want to hope to see is the coaching staff to make sure they're thinking the game.
Those little moments.
Get extra bases.
Just saw the error.
Yeah, bonus.
For the bonus base for Matangi Ho Nuku, sitting out there at second base. She's been replaced by number 22, Ivani Gibson.
On the flip side, Gaz, this is what counties won't want. They won't want extra bases through misplaced throws. They won't want pass balls, giving up another one, getting a little untidy. They need to return, refocus themselves and get back to that, taking their outs and getting ground balls and just making their plays.
Nice pitch on the outside of the plate there. Ivani Gibson, another player I saw at the recent under-19s, which Hutt Valley won in commanding fashion. Counties was in the grand final down there.
Lovely strong arm, that third base, isn't she, Gaz?
Yeah, she sure has, and she moves very well.
But that arm strength just really allows her to take her time when she gloves the ball. She's confident in that arm strength. She doesn't have to do anything overly quickly because she can get it over there.
She's already looking very classy out there at third.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
They've got a first baseman with an equally strong arm, however. So that ball came back to three just as fast.
And again, that's good softball from counties, taking their outs and holding up runners. Just getting those little small things right, keep them in the game.
It's the sort of arm and athleticism at first base that she might be more suited to outfield. But obviously, counties feel differently. This time it's hit the third base once again, who fires it across the diamond. And she really has put on a clinic and takes the out nicely. 3 down it is, and we are 2 innings complete. Hutt Valley lead the ball game by 2-0. We'll be back with more action in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're here at Fraser Park, Sorensen Field. It is the 2025 NFC National Fastpitch Championship. Hutt Valley taking on Counties it is. And it is Counties that are up to bat right now, trailing in this ball game by 2-0 over Hutt Valley. As we see Jada Walters Rangitihi go to work. Number 28 of this, Sienna Duffy, back to the top of their order. And we're about to have a booth guest, which we will introduce in just a minute. As we see the ball go a little bit high. This one hit hard out towards shortstop. It goes through all the way out to centre field. Nice work by Sienna Duffy. She gets Counties going in this one.
That's what they need, Gaz. Did well to defend and keep that close in the last innings with that play by the third base. Now, if they can get something going themselves, it's the way back in. Tahiti Newton, who's already turning into their star third baseman. Oh, we knew we got you guys to sit down for a reason. There's about 10 of them coming. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ball goes back to the net. Tahiti Newton. Done a brilliant job for them so far on defence at third base. Just a couple of burgers coming into the, to the booth. Hungry girls? Try and feed up our booth guests before we put them under the microscope. Yeah. And the food is being delivered. That's why things are going a little bit quiet, and it just keeps coming. It's coming in hot. Oh, nice work. This time, Jada Walters Rangitihi strikes out to Tahiti Newton for the first out here in the top of the third innings. Yeah, she's going to need that pitch to be successful, Gaz. She lives and dies on that that line as well. Shlara keeps going back to when they need it. It is Counties with the runner at 2, however. That brings into bat Trinity Waiwiri Toka. Right, Gaz, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready, mate. You go for it. You've got all the information. Guest City about to get underway. We're going to start off with Stella Jorgensen. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Welcome, Stella. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, awesome. So, Stella from the Red Hawks. I mean, what am I doing looking at it as if I can't just look at your uniform and think, that's Canterbury. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Stella. What position do you play?
I am outfield.
Yep.
Centre outfield that Dad will be beside.
Yes, cool. And you've controversially put here that your favourite teammate is Lulu.
Yes.
Do you want to expand on that, or?
Lucy Happy, massive shout out to Luce. Great teammate, great player. Actually, personality of the year. So she's
Well, all right. I mean, I'm sure the rest of your teammates are not upset or anything, but well done, Lulu. You are the favourite teammate. Is this NFC-wise for you? Have you been to one before, or?
Yes, this is my fifth NFC, I believe.
Awesome.
How many did you say you've done?
5.
5 NFCs. How old are you? Oh, that's amazing, isn't it?
5 NFCs at 22.
Vastly experienced NFC player at 22. Well done.
Not sure if the viewers at home just saw that, but there was another strikeout on the mound there as we get a back pick through from Lara to second base again, trying to keep people close out there. So playing a lot of outfield, 5 deep on the NFC now. How's things shaping up this week so far after day 1?
Things are going good.
Yep.
The team has been fighting. We've had to find a bit of heart throughout these games. We've had 2 tiebreakers now, not coming away with the win. but we're inching closer to getting there, so I'm very excited for our Canterbury side.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, obviously in every game you want to be close, you want to have a chance to win them, and you guys have had a couple of close ones that not gone your way. Is there anything you guys have identified that can get those to go your way?
I think it's just the push, the consistency throughout 1 to 7 innings, not dipping off for one. So when we get there, all throughout the game, we'll be a hard team to beat.
Well, then we'll continue on with these booth guests without going to a break, as the innings has just concluded. While they change over, Scott, you can keep chatting to our lovely booth guests.
Happy days. No, we won't change over just yet because
okay.
I'm going to absolutely grill Amy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But I just want to pick up on some of those things that you guys you just identified around those close games. Do you guys have a few things that you try and bring to the game as a group? Like, as a team, what do you guys live and die by?
I think our versatility in our short and long game, once we get our runners on, we're in motion, and it's really exciting, and we feed off that energy. It's not just hitting away, it's going between the two. So that's exciting to watch, and that's something that we'll keep building off this week.
With the turf down in Canterbury now, you got an Astro Turf Diamond too?
Yes.
Is it play similar to this one?
Well, I can't speak on behalf because I'm on grass the whole time. So
True.
Well, like with the read of the ball, infielders could vouch.
Yep.
But I think we have a bit more a bit more bounce compared to this.
Yeah. Amy, we'll question here in a second, but the pitchers absolutely love it. You get a ground ball here, you're out.
Yes.
Oh no, awesome. Well, that's some really, really good insight for the viewers on your game, as we see a little pop up there for the first out of the innings. Thanks so much for joining us.
No, thank you for having me.
And we'll bring Amy in if that's all cool.
Absolutely, I'll pass you over.
Thank you so much.
One down here in the innings while we just take a quick break and guess, as we see Denver Shore Tate come in now to do the work for Hutt Valley here, and it is one down.
Rightio, Amy Begg, thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. Excited to be here.
Yes, I'm sure.
Amy, lovely to see you again.
Yeah, nice
Amy
to
and
see
I
you.
have known each other a long time.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of playing with Gary's daughter Emily for a couple of years.
Who's just been asked to go to state trials in Australia.
Oh, how cool. Congrats, Emily, if you're listening.
What's the state, Gaz?
Well, there's a couple of them talked about it. If she does make a state team, it would be New South Wales. Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah.
controversial, isn't it? Amy, obviously, I handed over, for those at home, you won't be able to see, but I handed over a sheet that said fill out your name, position, and favourite teammate. Amy just wrote Amy Begg. I'm assuming...
Did you write Amy Begg 3 times?
Amy's like, look, I'm Amy Begg, I'm the pitcher, I'm clearly the pitcher. Do you want to, fill in any other blanks there, Amy?
No, it's because I agreed with Styles. Luce is my favourite teammate too.
Oh, wow, she wasn't avoiding the question.
No,
Jez.
yeah, we just both had the same answer.
She's got the same
that
answer.
incredible.
Oh, fair enough. Lulu, we're going to have to get another booth guest in at some stage.
I think we're going to have to get Lulu in to find out who her favourite
Yeah.
She's famous.
She'll love it.
Is our Lulu.
Yeah.
Well, hey, big ups, Lulu. Well done on being everyone's favourite. But is it... Oh,
There's a nice pop fly out to centre field. Centre fielder getting under it. Takes it nicely. Jody McLean, Rawidi it was that made the play out there for 2 outs here in the innings.
Amy, pitching-wise, how many games have you started and how are you feeling?
I've started 2 now. I started against Wellington and we got the win, which was a good game. And then I started the last game where we just lost in tiebreaker to Hutt.
Oh, I'd love to say I'm guts for you, but obviously as a local, I'm not going to wish bad on you, but...
Try not to wear the green and gold too brightly.
Nah, if you were going to lose one, appreciate that one. But how are you feeling personally with how's the ball coming out and all that sort of jazz?
Yeah, good. The win against Wellington was a nice start to the tournament for myself and the team. And then, things felt good against Hutt Valley. I think probably threw 5 good innings against them, and then it tapered off their 3rd time round the order. That's when kind of the hits came. And then, they scored a few runs, and then another pitcher came in.
Well, don't get nervous, but the White Sox coach is sort of lurking around the booth, just sort of listening as well.
There's another hard hit. It's gone deep. It's off the fence on the full. Lara Andrews powered that out to centre field. It all but went over the fence. She's standing up.
Gary, that's why they were deep in the first inning. You know that ball that dropped into the in between.
That's
no
why
man's
they
land?
were deep.
That's why
yeah.
they were deep.
And then she goes and pops one into shallow right field. Yeah, exactly. That'll bring to bat number 20, Kiriwiniata Inoka.
I think as an outfielder, that'll make you feel better that that's where you were standing the first time. Sorry about that, Amy. So, yeah, obviously we've talked about, you know, the recent sort of results early for Canterbury, but you guys set goals for yourselves?
Yeah, we all individually as unit set goals that we discussed at the start of the tournament, and we've been checking in with those, and that's been a nice way just to kind of small steps towards obviously the big goal, which would be to win the NFC. But yeah, we've set some goals and we have some team goals as well. We're nearly there. We're so close in so many of the games. We lost a tiebreaker yesterday in Auckland, then another tiebreaker loss today. So we're close. We just need a little extra.
Well, that's great. I mean, to be fair, like for the neutrals, like that's what they want to see as well. And bringing the broadcast now that we can do around the country, you know, from a neutral perspective, if we get those close, tight ones, then it's really good for the game. It's a really good advertisement. In terms of softball down in Canterbury, we talked briefly, so we'll just break here.
There's a nice hit. It's down the left field line. It's going to score. The runner comes in and advance the score to Hutt Valley now 3-0 over Counties Manukau on this one. Kiriwiniata Inoka stand-up double with an RBI.
Yeah, we talked about obviously the similarities in that diamond down there, but what about the local competition? How's that been going for you girls?
Really, really good. It's been really good this year. It's tough. There's about 4 teams battling it out for the top spot, and we've got playoffs coming up in a couple of weeks. But yeah, the games have been tight. They've been going either way a lot. So no, it's been really good, which has put us in good stead for this tournament because we've been playing good ball down in Canterbury. Yeah. Yeah,
nice. Yeah, good tight competition is obviously the best preparation you can get. What about the makeup of the team? Is it spread across the teams, like your Canterbury team?
Yeah, it is pretty spread. There's quite a few from my club team. I think I've got 6 from Horswell, so shout out to Horswell.
Yo.
But yeah, no, we've got a good spread. It's been good, and it's...
There's a nice hit. This time it's Palace Potter who lines one for what will look like it'll be a stand-up double. It'll score the runner, however, and it will advance the score. Hutt Valley now 4-0 and are beginning to gap Counties Manukau just a little bit in this one. Powerful hitting from this time from Palace Potter.
Yeah, I'm not the counties coach, Gary, but the way the ball is coming off the bat here would suggest pitching change might be imminent. But let's get back to our guests because I'm enjoying this, Amy. So the local comp's close and the makeup of the girls in the group is a good spread. Is it seamless when you guys come together, or?
Oh yeah, this is my favourite time of year when we all get to come together and play on this team. Everyone gets along so well. Yeah, it's really awesome.
Okay, so we've obviously established that Lulu is the favourite teammate for both of you. Is there anyone on there that, you know, out of your teammates that's got that annoying trait where you're like, I'm not going to say they're the worst because that would be rough, but, you know.
No, there's nobody that's annoying. And that, I mean, that's all you can wish for on a team. Nobody that's annoying.
You're going to be diplomatic on that one, aren't you?
Okay, Amy, I'm just going to let you think about this for a second. I'm not talking about the annoying teammate, but is there a couple of things within your team where you're like, man, I wish you wouldn't do that?
No, everyone's amazing.
I'm not stirring the pot, but you know what I mean. What about the staff? How have you found the staff for Canterbury? Has it been consistent for a couple of years? You got new staff? Or?
Yep.
Once again, powerful hitting. This time it's Caitlin Lewin who drives one out to centre right. Scores yet another run for Hutt Valley. She's got herself a stand-up triple. Caitlin Lewin is setting the standard with the bat in this one. 5-0 it is now to Hutt Valley.
She's an impressive athlete, Gary. She can swing, she can field. It's good to see her back to her athletic best.
And she can scamper too, that's for sure.
She, am I right in saying she's recently selected White Sox squad member? Could be a bit of a teammate, incoming teammate there. Would you be excited to play with like a Katie Lewin?
Oh yeah, I've played with Caitlin a few times.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she's awesome teammate.
So
big character.
Any annoying traits from Katie?
She always asks me for a fat one when we play against her. She goes, oh, surely first pitch.
Down the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a nice attempt at a catch. It's just gone down though. This time it's Matangi Honuku.
Yeah, Katie's just recently opened her own pizza shop.
Yes, I did see that.
Pizza Hut franchise owner.
Can't think of anybody better. If I'm going to choose a Pizza Hut, it's going to be one that Caitlin Lewin owns.
Oh, well, all right. Big shout out to Caitlin Lewin from the Canterbury crew. It's our
Not
first,
that I'm a pizza connoisseur, but where is it?
well, it's a Pizza Hut. It's in Porirua. It's out Porirua.
Is it Porirua?
I think so. Actually, don't quote me on that.
No.
Wait, don't pick holes in my information, Gary. Trying to come across as if I'm well prepared. Amy, let's just put yourself in the shoes of the pitcher here. We're down. What's the score?
1, 2, 3, 4, 6 now.
6. They've given up a few coming into the game. What sort of mindset, or what are you thinking when you come into a game and you're behind?
I'm thinking I need to just get ground balls so that my team can get out of this inning and we can go on and have a hit.
That's cool. That's such a cool insight, because sometimes for like young pitchers, they just want to beat the bat all the time.
Yeah.
But as you get older and you probably like get more experience, you start to think about outs in a different way.
Yeah, 100%. That's every time I've gone out in this tournament, it's been my goal is ground balls and pop flies. I'm not trying to beat any of the batters. I'm just trying to get that out so my team can go on and hit some runs.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. And obviously that can play into that sort of efficiency as well, to keep some power in the arm if you can get some sort of first 2 pitch outs, I guess, on ground balls.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the team that I have behind me, they make it easy.
I'm sure Lulu's a huge part of that. And we don't need to go into...
Number 4, Kyla Thorstensen it is, who's
First
come in
base.
to do the pitching for counties.
Nice. So she plays first base. Okay, we'll find a slot to bring Lulu in. But thank you so much for joining us today, ladies. We wish Canterbury all the best. I promise
Thank
you
you.
that is
Yeah, well done,
that's
girls.
a no joke, but thanks so
Hopefully
much.
we'll
Thank you
see
for
you
having
at the
us.
pointy end of the tournament.
Yeah.
a
Thank
good
you.
Thanks.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of great booth guests we've had from Canterbury. And it is back to the ball game time for us. Hutt Valley putting some pain on counties in this innings. They've got a runner out there at 1, Matangiho Nuku, who helped herself to a RBI. She also got one in the previous innings. She's been replaced by number 2, 22, Ivani Gibson. And Hutt Valley, would be fair to say now, have put a little bit of a gap between them and counties. Scott.
Yeah, they've really taken it up a level in terms of short game put away, runners on, running bases hard, hitting balls hard through that 5-6 hole again.
Through that 5-6 hole, yep.
Gibson with a single to left.
And the new pitcher has not limited their ability to put back to ball, as we see Ivani Gibson this time advances, and they are threatening to go through their order. It is 2 down, so this has been a heck of a rally for them since Denver's short tape pop flied. If they score 5 or 6 runs in this innings, I'm sure she'd love to be reminded of that.
I'm pretty sure she won't, Gary.
Oh, okay, so sarcasm, you don't do sarcasm either, Scotty?
Denver doesn't.
No, okay. Sorry, Denver.
Yeah, I know that family well enough to know. She's got a great sense of humour, but yeah, sarcasm.
Well, I mean, of course, we know how good a player she is, so most players will acknowledge that they improve on their errors.
Yeah.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the hurt is over as we see the pop fly taken out there at shortstop, but not before Hutt Valley can extend their lead over counties by 6-0. We'll find out what happens when we come back in just a minute.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. We've seen real fireworks from Hutt Valley in the bottom of the third innings. We're now into the fourth innings, and it's Hutt Valley who have made a pitching change this time. Irene Costa, visiting player from Italy, comes in to continue the onslaught on the county's Manukau batting.
How's that burger going, Gaz?
It was going down well until we decided to come back. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thanks for mentioning that, Scotty.
No dramas. I'm an athlete. I don't eat those sorts of things, eh? So
Yeah.
I was good to go personally.
You were, yeah, but you seem to have a bigger bite and a more ready swallow than I do.
No, you're right, Gaz. We've got a pitching change on the mound here.
Number 11, Irene Costa it is.
Irene Costa throwing from the left side.
She is.
You see much of her so far?
This is my first time.
Yeah, I'll be honest. She's a pickup for not a pickup, but out here pitching for Saints.
Visiting pitcher for Saints, yes,
Yeah,
I do recall Naomi mentioning it to me.
Italian native. But I actually haven't seen her pitch yet either. So
Always good to see new pitchers, and she started off in great fashion by striking out number 29 for Counties Manukau.
looks to have a similar MO
Tyler Graham.
early. You know, with that lifter, that's been the rise ball's been an ever consistent thing for the Hutt Valley battery.
It was a great job that Jada Walters Rangitihi did while she was there, but Hutt Valley are going to need her later in the tournament, and coaching staff have already recognised that at 6-0 they may be able to give her a rest.
Yeah, I think this ball's hit hard down the line to the left fielder, who's tracking it back and makes a beautiful grab down the line in left field. Caitlin Lewin.
Caitlin Lewin, the name on everybody's lips at the moment, keeps making every post a winner in this ball game. Putting a name forward for the ballpark broadcasting. Well, ballpark broadcasting will go beyond the dugout broadcasting. Thank you very much. Player of the match.
Great adjustment, Gaz. Caught yourself mid-sentence.
Thank
Lovely.
You. Thank you. I'm an athlete.
I'll let the boss man know you've done a great job with that. Here it is, getting Gary. Low rise to start, right on the corner.
It's already looking that she's got good command of her movement and can hit her spots. She's probably not quite as quick as Rangiti. As she pulls the strings on that, it's a nice change-up. Lily Nielsen, it is, Alyssa Bailey, sorry, it is doing the batting in there.
Yeah.
And that's third out, and a strikeout for Costa, who has mowed them up, lined them up and mowed them down. No score for Counties. They still trail in the ball game by 6-0. We'll be back in more action in just a minute.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resine have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resine colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resine to get the job done.
Tamariki Ora is a well-child health nurse-led service, providing health assessment, early interventions, education and health promotion, and whānau care and support. For further details, contact the friendly team at Tamariki Ora Waifetu, phone 566 8214. The Mighty Whāngai Iwi Panel, a partnership between New Zealand Police, Ministry of Justice, and Te Runanganui o Te Atiawa.
All the best throwback 90s and more.
Atiawa Toa.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Link's jerky made with 100% beef.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this ball game that is all Hutt Valley at the moment over Counties Manukau by 6-0 here in the 2025 National Fastpitch Championship. There we just saw a picture of the icon, the Avalon Tower. Sticks up in the middle of the Hutt Valley.
Icon?
Used to be.
I'm not going to put that out there as a Hutt Valley icon.
Right.
I'm going to do us all a favour.
Because it retracted from the map.
Yeah.
Because it used to be TV New Zealand, didn't it?
Yeah, there's still a little bit over there, but I mean, not a lot. It'd be interesting to see what they do still shoot over there. I'd say it's
mainly independent production and offices now, from what I believe. This time it's popped out to second base. Nice job.
Second base. Lead off out.
No, I prefer those hills. Remember we got that shot of those hills?
Oh, beautiful.
Over there's Wainui, the absolute promised land of the Hutt. Where all the athletes are made.
One down here now in the bottom of the fourth. We don't want this to sink into an advertise, you know.
No, it is.
A pay-per-view advertising for Hutt Valley softball.
Oh, I might not be your guy.
The athletes out in front of us are doing enough of a job of that.
Yeah, and actually, just on that, Gaz, like the county schools, the score's the score, whatever, but they're doing a great job to stay in this. Like, they're making their plays that they can make, you know.
And this time, Denver Shore Tate makes no mistake with this one, and she lines it straight out to centre field, all the way to the fence. She's turning two. She's heading towards three. And there we go. There's an overthrow. Kind bounce from the fence prevents perhaps a in the diamond home run, but not to be. Denver Shore Tate, a fine triple.
No, that was a all in the plan trick play from Counties, the one off the back of the net.
Yeah.
That doesn't go far, and then you lead on, you go home, and it's right in the third base's glove.
Right in the third base's glove.
Mm.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We've had some technical difficulties. Sorry about that. As we see a hit straight through the 5-6 hole. Lara Andrews is already out there. She's now at second base, which means they scored the runner in Denver Shore Tate, which means the score is now 7-0. And that with Kitty Winiata Anoka helping herself to another hit in this ball game.
And oh no, to the plate now, Palace Potter, who's absolutely bashed a couple of balls.
She sure has.
First base umpire says no swing.
We talked about this yesterday with the guru, umpire Tamaki.
Yep.
What do you think is the umpire out at first base is looking at when they say yay or nay to a check swing?
Intent.
It's a little bit more simple than that. I always thought they look at the wrists and hands breaking. Absolutely incorrect. They're nearly 80 feet away, as pointed out, and they can't see that.
Okay.
They look at the presentation of the barrel to the ball.
Wow.
There you go.
That is quite simple.
It is. And why wouldn't it be? And it's telling, though, as well.
Well, and that would explain why she came sort of... Oh, man, that's absolute crap.
Nice hard hit. It has gone all the way to the fence eventually, under the glove of the left fielder. One's come around to score, and here we go. This is going to be tight. Two has come in to score. 9-0 now, and it's Hutt Valley who really are establishing their class on this one from that hard hit by Palace Potter, who herself is out there at second base. Lovely piece of hitting and lovely batting all round by Hutt Valley.
Yeah, they're putting the power on now, aren't they, Gaz? And,
Yeah.
you know, with all due respect to counties, some of these there's just not much you can do about. Just hit hard.
Absolutely. You can't do anything about good batting. I mean, that's softball.
Yeah.
You've got to weather it, come back on your and you're on your own terms with your own batting, to keep yourself in the ball game. But sometimes you get to watch and appreciate.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to get any easier with Caitlin Lewin coming to the plate.
No, she's having an all-star game at the moment, to be fair, on offence and defence.
Yeah, she can do that. She can be really electric and change a game by herself. I was really, really happy to see that White Sox squad be named and her name be back in there, because I just think she's such a special talent. Like, she can change what we can do at the plate and in the field, as you said.
You really do need those players. You're always going to have, in a White Sox team, for example, a team of players who are at the top of their game in this country. But what you need is those special players that can snatch a game for you. You know, they just do one of those plays. Well, obviously the most famous one for us would be Joel Evans. And she's done it. She's launched it. And that has gone on to the bank. Never mind about a woman's fence. That's gone all the way to the bank behind the men's fence. And she has just absolutely blitzed that one for a solo home run. Well, actually, that'll be a double. That'll score two.
Katie, that is an absolute tank.
And we are in the bottom of 4, and by my reckoning, that should just about finish the game.
Yeah, I think it has.
Yep.
As we see a little replay here of her coming and touching home plate on the back of that.
You talked about it, Scotty, just a special player who can just pluck something out of nowhere, although, to be fair, that just continued the power that the whole team had been displaying. Scott, Hutt Valley, just absolutely too professional, too powerful in this one.
Yeah, congratulations to counties, though. Yeah, they were, Gary, just to pick up on that, they were very, very good. But I know the scoreline says what it says, but counties tried to do everything that they could do to keep themselves in that game defensively.
Yeah.
So well done to them as well to make it a good game to watch.
They did. They contributed with some nice defensive plays, but unfortunately they could do nothing about the rolling power of that Hutt Valley batting, who took it out by 11-0. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this one today. But don't go very far, because we're going to have another ball game for you here very shortly. The 1 o'clock game's up. I'm not quite sure who that's going to be, but I'm sure it's likely to be a great game for you guys to enjoy. But for me, Gary Rohe, Scott Easthope, and all the rest of the crew here at Beyond the Dugout Broadcasting and Aotearoa FM, thank you very much and see you very shortly.